The Beef and Barnsey Show, brought to you by Bowlersmart.com, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. By Lightning Strikes Bowl, home of Bowlers Mart Pro Shop. By Platinum Ford, drive the difference. By Fire Lake Bowling Center, 24 state-of-the-art lanes. By True Grit Coatings, drive on our passion. By Road to Grip, king of them all. By 900 Global, striking worldwide.
Good morning and welcome back to the Beef and Barnsey Show, part 2. I'm Barnsey, joined by the inimitable Stuart Williams. How are you this morning?
Clearly still suffering the effects of this flu. The reason why this is part 2 is because we started and I had the YouTube studio up on the side. I'm like, why is it not gone live yet? I don't understand. And then I looked and I hadn't clicked the go live button. So we started a couple of minutes ago and we didn't start. So for the person who was asking us, where are they? Yeah.
Well, you know. Hey, I'm pretty excited about this morning. We had Ryan on. We attempted to have Sloan on, but he's in Europe and decided to bowl a squad during that time. But today we have one of the more charismatic personalities to come around, probably since the Rudy and Tim Mack days of tour. And
does that suggest how uninteresting everybody else is right now?
Well,
I'm just asking.
Uninteresting, but maybe not quite as charismatic as this one is.
Yeah, that's true.
He's and in a much different way, much more of like a talking trash on the hard court kind of way. Yeah. But I don't think we should wait a whole lot longer. He's been waiting. He's a hardworking guy too. Welcome to the tour. One of the latest men to qualify through tour trials, Cam Crowe.
What's going on? I appreciate you guys calling me charismatic. That's probably the first compliment you've given me, Chris.
It's the only one you've earned so far, too, though.
I give you that.
So I'm just going to let you guys know, Cam had some lights on. And yeah, I appreciate that it looks a little dark, but his light was right above him and it made him look like Jesus. So,
yeah, I'm not Jesus. Sorry.
It was a little bright. So
he will probably during this episode tell you that he is bowling's Black Jesus. But
no, not yet. We're saving that to tomorrow night.
Hey, that right now that title goes to my man who won the Masters.
D-Ron.
D-Ron. Shout out.
Yeah. So anyway, I was giving you a hard time on the show on Tuesday. You got your PBA career off to a fine start where you managed to enter too late, so you didn't take advantage of your free entry into the tournament, right? You had to bowl a PTQ.
Yeah, that was very ideal. So it was like a 12-game warm-up. That's what I thought of it as. But
yeah, when we were watching the last couple games, I'm not sure that was what you were thinking at that time.
No. I had a little 12-bagger to save it.
Yeah.
But, at the time, I was in like 14th, and I was like, "Oh, brother, am I really gonna miss this?" But the day before, I was bowling in Iowa, the 11th Frame Open. Shout out Jeff Riggles and Joe Engelkis running a great tournament over there. And I bowled the entire time, made the cut, and then drove right to Chicago and bowled that. So I was like, man, if I would have just, responsibilities, life would have been a lot easier.
Can we just quickly talk about that 11th Frame Open? Because I saw that you'd won it, right?
Yeah.
And then I see the video come up, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm like, is there 2 games? Like, how's this guy won this? Because the guy had you dead and buried, like
dead in the water.
Dead. Like the guy was shooting 270, and he left the 3-6 in the 9th frame, and Cam could only shoot 230. And he decided to do the spare ball hookup second narrow and chopped it. So then he got up in the 10th, and it was still fine because he needed a double. He struck every shot, and then he didn't. So then Cam doubled to beat him, and it was just like it went from being totally over to you winning in like the space of like 2 shots. It was very bizarre. Like I thought that guy could have struck for days, and then he missed, and then it was just like he just looked up at the scores. He's like, "Oh fuck."
You're telling me. I blow her 10 in the 9th, and I was like, well, it's another one. A year and a half ago, I bowled Spencer in the finals, and I missed Messenger 7-pin to lose to him. So I thought I was just going to blow her 10 to lose again. And I was like, I went back to Joe, and I said, Joe, I'm never going to win one of your tournaments. And then that's as he chopped 3-6 off. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me slow down. Yeah, it was a blessing.
I was about to say, Chris, all I'm hearing from what Cam said is that we don't need to go to that tournament.
I'm hearing.
I lost to Spencer in the final, then I led by a bit, and then I won. I don't know that me and Chris have the speed or the correct hand or the rev rate for that tournament.
The second highest lefty this year was 13th or 14th. So you guys, there was a chance this year.
One away from a perfect tournament. That's what I heard.
And like I say, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. It was walled on the left. It was bullshit. That's it.
Yeah.
Trey Audrey.
Good morning and safe travels over to Longview. Yeah, Trey, we're ready to go. Well, those two are ready to go. I'm hoping for a nice night on Friday because I'll probably still feel like shit on Friday, and hopefully by Saturday I'll feel okay. So
it is the one part about having little ones. They bring all of it home.
This is my first time bowling Longview, so
who's your partner?
Kevin Williams. Shout out Kevin Williams. So
for those of you that are not familiar with Cam is a two-handed, left-handed player.
Yes, and so is Kevin. So Chris already told us we have 40 pins to give them when we bowl them, which is insane to me. But I would never heard a Hall of Famer telling a rookie that I have to give him 40 pins. But
it depends if you're on 23 and 24.
Is that a bad pair?
It's a bad pair for the righties.
We beat 23 and 24.
Me and Anthony beat Kevin and Holloman last year on that pair, and it feels like our greatest performance of all time. Because that isn't the pair you want to bowl left-handers on.
Oh
no.
It's pretty much that pair and 13 and 14 in Shawnee are pretty much the reason why Chris loses in those two tournaments every year. I would say in my vague recollections of it, Chris has lost at least one match, if not both of his matches in Snowman on 13 and 14 every year, and 23 and 24 takes care of him about 50% of the time.
That's about 4 out of the last 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. I hope we bowl you on that pair in the most respectful way possible.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Spencer was the was the idiot left-hander who decided to try and ruin 23 and 24. We were cheering him on.
The deck light. Oh my goodness, what happened?
I think he threw in a dead wood and it went a little wrong.
Oh, Josh Banks.
Don't 100% remember.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Chris. I'm glad somebody else caught it.
Yeah, you don't know. Trey's he's the proprietor in Longview at Oil Bowl there. So he runs the tournament. I know you're a rookie. What? He knows all of it.
Ryan says, congrats on the exemption, Cam. He said he got to try the Pepto-Bismol ball. That would be the Idol Pearl, the new Idol Pearl, Optimum Idol. She's a keeper for him. Have you thrown it much, Chris?
Yes. Yeah, I like that ball. I think it gives me some Zen vibes in the right way. Shiny ball, hooks quite a bit. It's in the bag. So be in the bag this weekend. It'll be in the bag to Korea as well.
Okay. So you found out.
When is the trip to Korea?
Sunday morning.
Oh wow.
So
Oh, as soon as Longview's over, you
Yeah,
head right
well,
over.
Yeah, that,
Okay.
they might have to go straight to the airport if Longview's
That's
as
what
late
it
as
sounded
this
like.
sim week is.
yeah.
Last year we got done about 3:15, I think, on Saturday morning.
Yeah, the flight's 10 a.m. We
Sunday
got
morning.
enough time to get there and pick up
Look at Cam's face.
That's late. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
You might either somebody suggests you add a browser with a big white, like a Google white page that help light you up, or we might have to have you turn the lights on.
Oh yeah, no, we can turn the lights on for sure.
Yeah,
give me
whatever.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. So like real quick, Chris.
Yeah.
People haven't really seen because of the way the schedule went, you didn't necessarily get reviews done for those balls. What did you think of the idle and the
glaring light?
The ascent? Oh yeah. It's fine. We'll go with that. People can see you.
What if I move it like this way?
Yeah, you can be bracketed. That's perfect.
Like in the middle.
Work.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
You got 2 angels on your shoulders now.
If anybody needed them, in my
experience, right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The idle pearl I like a lot. I think, like I said, it's a shiny ball that feels like it picks up pretty good, and so I'm a pretty big fan of that. The ascent actually, as I throw it and it gets a little bit more lane shine, kind of feels it has that IQ Tour kind of feel to it, with enough core to match up with what's going on with oil today. So it's still smooth. It's got that Summit core that blends out a lot of things. But as it comes looking a little bit chalky, and as it's kind of lane shined, I've gotten to like it more and more.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. I thought it fit dead between IQ Tour and Phase 2. So all right, let's get back to Cam. We've had enough of those.
No. Keep talking.
Yeah. So So you bowled the first couple of days were pretty. I mean, it was pretty easy for the left-handers the first couple of days.
Yeah, not me. I was in 30th after day 1. So
well, I was about to say. So what did Team Lefty not send you the text message? I know you guys have a group text. Did they not tell you like just throw it to the left, it peels? Like
you see use the shoulders? They started touching my shoulders Friday night. So it was on Friday night. No, I just couldn't get my ball to hit the pins the right way. I was in the hole the whole time. It's just a matter of getting my ball to get the corner pins out, and I wasn't just able to do that. So I put myself in a pretty bad hole the first day, but we knew we had the capability of coming back. But we thought that was a pattern that I was going to hit. And when I didn't, I was like, oh, well, now you got to bowl. So pretty much what it was.
I was about to say, you're doing mine and Frankie's favorite thing in the whole world. By we, you mean I.
Oh, me, myself, and I. Yeah, us three. Yeah. Of course.
We thought I was going to hit that. Who's we? You?
Me, myself, and I. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just being an asshole.
No.
Me and Frankie always laugh about that when people start Facebook posts where we were in third. No, you were in third. There's no we.
Yeah. I thought I was going to hit that. So
yeah. Well, I would have expected you to, because to be honest, when you can hit the pocket, I find it hard to understand how throwing it as hard as you do with as many RPMs as you do, that carry would be an issue.
Oh yeah, no, it's more of an issue than you think. Just a matter of the ball just getting there too late. We need to work on that before January and February, but I already have the business talk down. Appreciate it. Look at that. I PR train. That's why.
Tim Boy says, good ball change Friday night.
Great ball change, Tim. Great ball change. I went up to Chris on Friday. I was like, Chris, do you have any ideas? He's like, just throw it at the twig, see what happens. I don't think I got more than 7 in practice.
I said I was thinking stay closer to it and keep it online, and I'm watching it. And no.
Oh, it looked awful.
No.
It looked pretty bad. So I just
I
made
didn't
a
know
putt.
enough about your game either, and so yeah, you took a step, well, about 2 steps to the right
Yeah,
from there, and you were able to get the push across, which
yeah,
that's what you're supposed to do.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't like stretching too many left-handers off that outline that their their feet stand in. So
No, yeah, I was getting nosebleeds and everything on Friday night. It was
no,
bad.
not you. Not,
I was getting nosebleeds and everything. I was like, "Well, Chris, I guess it worked. Let's see what this does." And had a good first 3 games and just coasted to there. So I was trying to hog Ryan down, but Ryan started bowling good, so it couldn't happen.
you might know a little more about this.
Joey Bravo. I'm picking up my Vaporize tonight. Thoughts how it will compare to my dark codes, or do you have to wait for Dom? Thanks, great content.
The dark code.
Dom is super pumped about the Vaporized. He likes the Vaporized a lot.
It is a great ball.
So, I mean, from the way he's describing it, it sounds like it's going to be a little stronger than your dark codes, but that's mainly because your dark codes have probably seen the better days than, yeah. So it seems like the Vaporized is very comparable to the virtual energy blackout from the way Dom's describing it. Now, it might just be you're gonna like this one, Cam. All black balls look the same.
They do. Agreed. Agreed.
Oh God.
Yeah. You're so proud of yourself for that one.
I know. He wants to do a knee slapper so bad. I just know it. I just know it.
Oh dear, I enjoyed that one. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. We've
Yeah, we've gone down that road. And with that, yeah, there we go.
the Beef and Barnsley show just got cancelled. Oh God. Probably for the best, Adam. Probably for the best.
Cleaning the lens will get rid of those angels, but maybe as a 2-handed lefty, they're permanent. It's solid.
Oh no, I cleaned the lens. It's
No, it's those lights.
yeah, it's the lights, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm glad that most of the people saw the funny side of that. Alan says, "I think I'm offended." Maybe.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Oh, Alan's definitely not offended.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
Do you have any SBI balls, or are you on staff with another company?
Oh, I'm on staff with Hammer past 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out Bugsy, Mike Doe, Mike Wolf, and everybody over there on the team, helping out little old me. Haven't thrown a storm ball since. I don't know the last storm ball I threw. I think it was a
Pitch black.
yeah, probably.
Urethane ball.
Let's be honest. For the 3 years before that, I know which ball you were throwing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, of course.
yeah.
Of course.
Somebody's asking if this is the first year. It's the first year since in 15 years, basically.
I made it through the last class.
Oh, shout out. I didn't know that.
I averaged about. Let me see. What was your end average? I'll just do it when it still says it.
My average?
no,
I have no clue.
Anyway, what do you average? About 220 or something?
Something around there. 219, 220.
Oh no, yeah. 219.8. So you got me by 10 pins a game.
Oops.
Yeah, they bowled at Thunder Bowl before they tied down the track and created a little dish there. So
they
were hard
Oh,
there
yeah.
for a while.
We bowled on the same patterns we bowled the World Series on there, and we bowled full tournaments, and 2 of the 5 cuts were under for 28 people when we bowled the World Series.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we bowled there. I was the overall lumber liquidators was our thing. So I was the lumber leader. I would average the field, and I won by a pretty decent margin. I think I averaged 212.
And you won by a lot?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, they were hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
well,
then we went back like 2 summers later, and I averaged like 228 on a pattern, and I tied JT Action Jackson for 27th place.
Oh,
And I
wow.
went, this is the same pattern. I go back and look through my notes because I keep all this. I'm like, this is what is going on? And
They just said they put out the house shot for that day, I guess.
yeah.
I guess so.
Well, we really got the cheap seats in here today. So some lady wants to know who coaches
Some
you.
lady. Some lady. This is one of my favorite ladies. Don't disrespect our mother like that, Chris. Okay.
I knew she stepped out. I knew it.
He says, any advice for any up and comers? Why are you so mean to Ryan? I mean, it's a good
Have you
question.
looked at him? Have you seen him? He's mean to me. He's mean.
Excited to watch the banner on the show. Linda says, thanks for having my back, Cam.
Of course, of course.
So do you have any advice for any up and comers?
My biggest thing ever is if you're gonna get in what you put out of it, or just practice. Try to learn as much as possible. If you're talking to somebody who's a veteran, like I'm talking to you guys right now, just try to be a sponge. Try to take in as much knowledge as you can. You can goof around, you can be a personality, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. That's really all it is.
Nice.
Just, I know Ryan, I always pride myself on the only person who practices more than me is probably Ryan. Maybe on tour. So I mean, it's just a matter of how much work you want to put in, and maybe practicing for 3-4 hours a day isn't like something that you feel comfortable with, but maybe for an hour of that you bowl, for an hour of that you watch a video, for an hour of that you talk to somebody, something like that. So
yeah, solid.
It's more like that.
I agree with that. Who coaches you?
No, really. Just a lot of sponges. There's a lot of people that have helped me out. Danny Hayes out here in Chicago. Kevin Coleman out here in Chicago. That's really it. My father.
I'll be honest. I think that over time, I mean, I've spoken to a lot of coaches over time, and like, I'm not going to say that coaching is a bad thing. I just think that sometimes when you're feeling good and you're bowling okay, the worst thing you can do is talk to a coach.
Yes.
Because they're always trying to find something that you should do different so that they can put their mark on it. And like the best guys are the ones who say, just keep doing what you're doing. Like
Right.
Sometimes it's like the most frustrating thing in the world, but at the same time, like I listen to a lot of great athletes like in different sports, and like snooker players, and like they start talking like, the worst thing I ever did was start talking to a coach because they always want me to do something different. And like when you're feeling it, like it's Chris is a huge guy for coaching. Like he's done it his whole career and everything else. I just think sometimes when you're a little bit less textbook, i.e. me and you, sometimes it just gets a little confusing, I think. So
You don't think we're textbook, Stu? Really?
Yeah. I just wanted to show that Jerry had my back. Jerry Johnson says, as an African-American man, that was hilarious. So.
It was hilarious to me too, brother. It was hilarious.
Whenever Cam complains game 2 of qualifying about having nothing, he's winning. It's a wrap.
Yeah, at the 11th frame. Last year, I was the highest lefty at 7th, and I didn't have a chance. So this year they put out the same pattern. So I'm coming into the building like, okay, I don't really have a chance. I start off 190, 220, and I'm in 27th place out of 48 people. And I'm like, oh, I don't have a chance. Like, why did you put out the same thing? Start complaining. Then I had like 1,000 for my next 4. And I was like, oh, all right, you know what? Complain to win. So that's my new motto.
We lost him.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we lost you just for a second. The streamer yard got pissed off with you complaining about being shut out.
Well, I started off after game 2. I had 190, 220, or 230, and I was in like 27th or something like that out of 48 people for the first squad of the 11th frame. And I was like, okay, I don't have a chance. Why did I show up? Like, I'm thinking of everything in the world. Then I had like 770 my next 3, and I was like, all right, you know what? let's not complain anymore. So my new thing is complain to win. If I just start off so bad, I'm just gonna tell everybody how easy the right is.
Ready for tour.
It's easy.
Bitch and win. Devaney's favorite.
Sounds like I'm ready for tour.
A tad longer and stronger than the Dark Code. That's from.
I think we're talking about the vaporized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Greenberg, Cam, great bowling during the trials. So was it your ball reaction, more mental approach? Have you always been a two-hander? And what are your keys? What are your keys to being so good?
Appreciate you, Robert. It was more of the mental thing, mainly because I was watching two lefties, one who is quite similar to me, just absolutely run them over. So in my head, I'm like, why is my ball not doing the same thing? Especially the last 2 days. They were still
One second. Out of curiosity, who do you think similar to you?
Hayden's a little similar to me, more of the forward roll and a little faster in the ball.
I mean,
speed.
this is like,
You think? You don't think so?
No, not really.
No?
He's about 5 miles an hour slower than you, isn't he?
No way. No, Hayden throws it about 19, 18, 5, 19. Those are
I honestly think the only person who's remotely similar to you on the planet is Spencer.
You think?
Not
Yeah,
how,
how
you choose to play lanes. Yeah.
I mean,
it's yeah.
A bowling ball in your hands looks like a fucking golf ball.
Oh,
like you throw it so hard.
Sometimes.
You remind me a little bit of a two-handed version of Steve Smith, who's another guy who thinks really athletic.
Yeah.
Swing gets behind him just a little bit, and then he's strong enough that he can reroute it, still play straight or hook it or play it basically however you want.
Yeah.
And when you first look at it, you go, I think that's going to be tricky for him, and then it's not. And he bowls good a bunch of different ways.
That makes sense. Well,
yes,
maybe not similar to me, I guess, but they're on the same side of the lane as me.
That's a bad man right there. Yeah,
they're throwing one ball basically all 48 games, and their lowest game was like 190. And
Hayden did put a beating on him.
Yeah, but like a beat down.
Slow mo.
Yeah. B2A. If you know what B2A means, B2A. Yeah. Yeah. That's a belt to you know what. That's what happened to me. That was bad. it was pretty bad. So it was more of the mental thing. I've been working really hard on making my angles a little steeper, getting them right a little bit. So in order for me to, compete on tour, I'm not going to be able to just huck it up 5 every pattern, and I knew that. Yeah. So it's still.
I mean, it depends if the World Series happens again.
For one tournament, yeah, maybe they give us one, but not the whole year.
Well, there's 14 guys on their side of the lane this year, so
yeah, we're gonna have to move.
My man Cliff got my back. Says who that you can't play up 5.
Yeah.
That's right.
Some people here. Cliff says lefties complaining they're shut out. Is he related to Couch? And Wagner, who's also left-handed, said so. The Couch way of bowling.
Absolutely.
I do miss the fact that when I bowled on tour, the first couple of years, every time a baby would cry in the back, somebody would go, "Man, Couch just left the 7-pin." Like, every single time, without fail.
I don't think I'll be that bad, but I'll be close.
Tell us a little of your story. How'd you get to here? How'd you get to high school, to college, then?
Just one real quick question.
Yep.
Have you always been two-handed? That was
Yes.
one of the
Always been a two-hander. Funny story about that. So my fingers when I was younger, they always grew. So my dad just never put fingers in my ball until I was like 9 or 10. So I just always palmed it. So that's why when you see me wiping the ball off all the time, it feels just like that's just the comfortability of mine. Like I can't have any oil in the ball because I used to actually have to hit it with no fingers.
Okay.
So
Nate Purchase throw spare shots like that?
Yeah, that's insane. As a 23-year-old, I can't do that. But as a 9-year-old, I was pretty
Well,
good.
you're
I
also
mean, at
what?
times a bowling ball does look like a pool ball in your hand, so there's some similar.
Yeah, I mean,
Not as a
you are
9-year-old. My hands were were quite small. So
I was about to say your hands probably aren't quite small now, and you're significantly over 6 feet, and Nate is significantly under 6 feet.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
Nate, I'm going to tell you now, you scare the shit out of me every time you balk now.
Oh,
Because
it's
I
dumb.
bowled next to him at the Masters, and I didn't realize he didn't have any holes in the ball, and I only found that out at the World Series, and he must balk on his spare shot like 20% of the time, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I was like, after that, I was on the next lane to that kid. How does he know where it's going when he balks? He's got nothing in the ball to stop. I'm like, so now I'm fucking scared to go up at the same time as him because in one of these times he's gonna let go of that bitch. Like,
Oh yeah, no, it's going up in the air. It's gonna get really scary. Yeah, no, not a good idea to go next to him with a spare ball in his hand.
Oh, somebody said he's got holes in his spare ball now. Oh, Nate, if you're still in the chat, can you confirm this? I thought you used the white dot logo to grip it. So, yeah, we need a confirmation of this. We can start beating you up if you've actually put holes in the fingers. So anyway, sorry, getting back to
Your story. How'd you?
So, grew up playing every sport pretty much: bowling, baseball, basketball, football for only a year. I wasn't very good at football, but baseball and basketball pretty much. But realized I was pretty good at bowling at not a young age, but I didn't make a junior gold cut until I was 17. So it wasn't like I was like this elite superstar at a young age that everybody keeps saying. I don't know where they were getting that from.
you were just shut out.
Yes, I was. I was. 4 straight winners were Wesley and Anthony and Iyer, but I was shut out. I was shut out. Okay, I was shut out.
When I was younger, I got shut out like that a lot too.
Yeah.
There's a few guys that were a lot better than me that shut me out a lot.
You understand? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I was better at playing basketball than I was bowling for a while.
Oh yeah, you're telling me. Yeah, bowling. I knew I was okay at bowling, but I didn't know I was anything near this. But I was always a big practicer, and I like to be at the bowling alley, and I used to coach kids, so I used to enjoy like just being around the game. And when I got 17, 18, I ended up making a cut of junior gold, making match play, and then I went to school at St. Ambrose University, and after that, ended up making Team USA. Then everything just kind of started rolling from there, and ever since then, it just kept pushing. I didn't know I didn't want to do the tour thing until probably a year ago. Chris, you're a bad man. You're a bad man.
That finish was a bad man.
You're a bad man.
Opposed to how he's bowled on tour the last few years, which is you're bad. Man.
Chris, don't let him talk to you like that.
No, I'm talking about Sloan.
Oh no, I'm
oh, this is awkward.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now that you thought he was talking about me.
No. Hey now. Dude, I know you think you're number one, but on live broadcast?
Ooh, this got awkward.
Yeah. Again, the standard joke. Go ahead. I'm the only one on this podcast paying entry fees next year. I got
it.
Yeah. Oh wow, are you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the guys who got in from having titles have to pay entries. So that was Sloan's biggest motivation, because I told him the week before the trials, or a couple of days before the trials, I said, you do know that if you make it, then you're going to be rooming with Frankie, and he's going to be paying entry fees and you're not. And so I was like, that's all I needed. I'm good to go now. So I text Sloan like, oh my God, you fucking little leprechaun. What a beauty. What a finish. Blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, and then the next message I was going, and Frankie has to pay entry fees. Wait. And then he just text back something like, fuck off, Frankie.
What does this say?
Alan Riley says, so with Longview doubles coming up, lots of father-son combos, Chris and Ryan, Stu and Anthony, etc. Who's the daddy on your team, Cam?
I don't know, Kevin. I call Kevin Unk. He like
I was about to
37
say
at this
Kevin
point.
Little Bros you, I think.
Yeah, he always try to little bro me. It's like I'm not 7 inches taller than him. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
He'll tell you that he'll beat you at basketball, then you'll be like, I can put you on a poster.
On a poster. Like, does he not understand that? It's okay.
I think Kev can play a little too, actually.
No, Kev can hoop.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Kev can hoop for sure.
And he's young enough still. It's not just a story like it is with me. So
I don't know. He getting close.
Dougie. Quick shout and congrats to my boy Cam.
Dougie.
So Dougie Vision.
My guy.
Yeah,
Came up with it, now you know my name. Well, he didn't come up with it, but I did it on one of his events. So
that's pretty funny with Dougie though. Somebody got upset that he ran a team tournament with, I think it was 80 or 90, like a bunch of teams, right? And he managed to take out I think it worked out to be like $200 in expenses total, and somebody got upset that the numbers didn't add up. And he's like, we took out money for alcohol. We were there all day. Are you insane? And of course, it was a guy who wasn't bowling the event who got upset about
Shocker.
the guy running
Always
the
the
event.
people that aren't relevant to the conversation that wants to.
Yeah, it's just like
chime
people
in.
just can't help themselves from being fucking assholes.
Goodness.
Shimrek says, just a big congrats to Cam. Fun to watch, not fun to bowl against. He is kind of fun to bowl against when the right's got it and the left don't, though.
Hey, now. No, I'm not.
I remember that one time.
What happened? Tell us the story, Chris.
I was just theoretically saying that it happened one time. I couldn't remember.
Are you like trying to speak that into existence for tomorrow?
I am.
That's what I'm
Maybe
hearing.
more for Saturday, to be honest.
Or Saturday, one of the two.
Joe says, congrats on the tour trials performance, Cam. Just another solid week of bowling for you in a summer to remember. So that's nice.
Thank you, Joe. If you guys are in the Chicagoland area or in the Midwest, he runs one of the best tournaments, the GIBAs, in the Midwest. Everyone go check him out.
Dougie says he feels loved. Well, you're there.
Regina calling you out.
You're
not that good at basketball.
I don't want to hear that.
No.
She says she's going to take you down to the low post, Cam. I'll see you down there.
I went to school with her son, and I sat there fry her son for it. No, I'm kidding. Justin can hoop. Justin can hoop.
Justin can hoop?
Justin the Bull? Yeah. No.
Then you can't even beat me.
What?
You ain't that good.
Oh,
right.
I can beat you.
No,
I
thought you were actually good. Never mind. You just spent time in the locker room. I get it.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. I have a rule. I only talk if I can practice. If you don't practice, you can't talk.
Man, it kind of seemed like you could only talk when you're awake.
No, I talk in my sleep too, actually.
I'm about to say, you and Tommy Jones are going to get on well.
Hey, I love Tommy. Tommy.
My man ain't about the time of practicing.
Tommy said, man, if you grew up when I grew up, we bowl everything together. You talk a lot. I said, I know. I love it.
I like bowling against Tommy. I like it. It's
I'm not going to ask how or why we know this, but I'm just going to skip on that.
You don't.
Yeah, well, it's in print.
Who is Mark Hendricks? You don't want
he says, trust me, you don't want to see me on a court. Would not be a pretty sight for you.
Mark, we just set it up.
Wow.
Why are we talking crazy here?
It is fantastic. How many people think they're good at basketball?
Like,
I know
it's a lot of online talkers in here.
Yeah, true.
Y'all know I'll be in Longview, Texas tomorrow. We can make something happen. Okay.
I'm taking Ryan in the shooting.
No, okay. Now he got it.
I'm taking Ryan. If there isn't a 6'5" guy stood in front of him, I'm taking Ryan.
Ryan's actually played with Division I professional basketball players, so that's completely different.
Yeah. We thought it might have been, but it didn't seem like it is. So
I need to take a picture of this. Jason Couch just texted me. pot, meat, kettle. He didn't even notice it. I wasn't the one that said any of those things. I acknowledge that they were correct, but I didn't say any of those.
I love it. I love that.
Don't shoot the messenger now.
See, this is
He hasn't had
what,
one of those since he started throwing that black hammer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He
No,
doesn't
I'm
need
kidding.
it anymore. Just that ramp just gets it to flush every time.
Sometimes.
I
I
just
went through a
love-
couple this week, and they were most with reactive balls. So
Yeah, it was kind of wild. So, the pace, the top 12 went up. It was 340 after day one. It went up 320 on day two, and then went up like 160, and then it went up 60, I think.
yeah, something.
It was a pretty big. You seem to adjust to that. Obviously, you were chasing a little bit after day one because you were, what, two
280.
and change the first day,
Yeah.
230 or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I
It was
mean-
like 280, 290, something like that.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of people all piled up there. Ryan was 50 behind that too. It was when the scoring pace gets that high. But the second day, they actually, they moved in a little bit, but the scoring pace didn't change at all.
No. I got a little bit back the second day. I got to like 410 the second day. So I got back to I was in the top 12 by the second day.
Yeah, and moved in off the gutter a little bit. And I think that's where some of your advantages are over some of the other guys is moving in off of it. Although Brandon and Hayden didn't wait up.
I lost to them by 100 that day. So
Yeah, neither did Nair hit him pretty hard that day again too.
Yeah.
I must admit, as a fan of bowling, I was a little sad. I was wanting Brandon Runk to get to 5 300s for the tour trials and take the PBA record. I thought that would have been pretty funny.
that would have been sick. He bowled incredible. And then we bowled a trios tournament that Sunday with Alexis, and he annihilated them again, and we ended up winning the tournament. So he's on
back in
a
the
little
day.
heated.
He's a guy that's a little bit quieter personality, and you kind of his game looks big, but he doesn't. He's the opposite of you.
What do you mean? I'm the quietest. I'm going to be the quietest person on tour.
Bet.
Yeah. Me and Brandon actually act the exact same. I call him my twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of similarities. It's a good call.
Yeah, of course.
Super. That's spot on. Good work there.
He says, "Great to see you're enjoying yourself, Coach Sean." And then he says, "How good do you have to be to bowl with Cam?"
Not good at all. I'm actually bowling with Chris's son soon, so not that good.
I believe the kids say cap.
Oh dear. Avery
I don't know
says,
where these people are getting this
"Nothing
information.
quiet
This must-
about Cam."
what are
at
they
all.
talking about?
You don't even live within 500 miles of here, and they heard you.
I don't
That's
know
what
where
I'm
they're getting this information, Chris. You must be telling them lies.
Nobody listens to me.
I think the last time I bowled in a tournament with you, I remember you and Anthony were yelling across 3 or 4 pairs at each other for about that game.
That was different. that was different. I forgot what the gist of the argument was, but
I'm sure it was something to do with the right and the left, because that's
yes.
what everybody argues about.
It was Springfield doubles, and I was bowling with
It was
Stuart,
Springfield.
and you were bowling with Anthony.
I was bowling with Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys weren't bowling the best, and me and
No,
Stuart
we weren't
were
making it, which is
running them over.
usually the time at which people start getting.
Yeah, and then they started complaining.
You were enjoying yourself, which I would have enjoyed myself too if I'd have had 6 to the lip.
Yeah,
Of course. I just
you just put your point of view across. And you struck, and then Anthony would strike, and he'd put his point of view across, and everybody who was in the middle was telling you both to just shut the fuck up. And then by the end of the game, you were having a hug and being all buddy. I was like, man, it would be much more fun if you just got outside of the fight.
Yeah, me and Anthony, I was just trying to make it more enjoyable for him.
You were just putting your point of view across, and he was responding with his point of view.
Yeah,
It's just everybody in between didn't need to know about it
at all, and that's okay. It's okay. We've grown from that.
Yeah, the thing that Mark
Of
Hendricks
course.
would have to go like Rudy Gobert on you because he's a big human.
How tall is he?
6'10".
Oh, never mind. Hey, Mark,
6'9".
shout out. You win.
You have to
you win.
you have to outquick him a little bit because you're not just shooting over him.
6'10"? Yeah, he got it.
He's big.
He got it. How are you in the bowling community? 6'10". Oh man. Oh man.
I like the Chris has met me.
Yeah, right. He needed the validation from Chris.
I ran into him once. He was memorable. Oh, hi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I didn't think I was
in a
that
beef and
sure.
Bargy shirt. It was just like, whoa.
Well, that's always my like gauge for how big NBA players are. Wes Malott is shorter than Steph Curry, and
Is
Steph
he?
Curry looks like a midget when he plays basketball. Yeah, Steph Curry's like 6'3" or 6'4", and
How
Wes
tall
is
is
like
Wes?
6'3".
Wes is like 6. I thought he was like 6'4".
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Wes looks like Gigantosaurus Rex in the bowling center,
Yeah.
and Steph Curry looks like just a regular person on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure if you saw Steph
Good
Curry in
sport.
person with nobody else around, you'd be like, God damn, you're big. But
He looks short on the basketball court, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ Barea back in the day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I went to
No,
the
I mean,
ESPYs the
just-
same year that the Mavericks won. So I go there. And first of all, Dirk and Tyson Chandler stand next to each other, look like people from Men in Black. I
Nuts.
mean, they look like aliens. Their shoulders are like this much wider. They're only a foot taller than me, but they might as well be 3 feet taller than me.
Oh my
Because they're
goodness.
just, you're like, I mean, everything is. And then JJ Barea walks up to you, and I'm looking at him like eye to eye, and I'm like, no, come on, man. That dude's he looks like Muggsy Bogues.
No, he does compared to these Tyson Chandler, who's like 7'1", and Dirk, who's also 7 foot.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
You
But-
say it's just a foot. It's only a foot. And then you look at me like it's crazy how they're built.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. 6'9", 320. Oh my good. He won. He wins. We don't have
You're not backing him down in the post.
at all. We're not doing anything.
I mean, this person's telling me Wes is 6'5". I don't believe Wes is 6'5", but
Yeah.
You don't think?
No.
He's tall. He's taller than me, and I'm 6'3".
I mean, I don't think he's significantly taller than Jesper or Martin. So
No, I think Martin might be. They're built different. Adam, I already did a version of those two balls. I won't be doing any of them while I'm out in Maine. Family will be with me and all that. So I appreciate the offer.
short bowls have an advantage. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's true. Closer to the floor, can roll it better. I think so.
I'm not a buyer.
Hey, he might be.
Yeah, if he played basketball, he'd definitely be 6'5" or 6'6".
Oh yeah,
Unless he was Kevin Durant.
I mean, Ryan's 5'11" in the program, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Chris
say
Paul's 6 feet as well.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul is not 6 feet.
No,
I know he is on the program.
Yeah,
And I was like, I can almost see the top of your head.
literally.
yeah, we're not quite eye to eye. So
I was about to say, I don't want to fight with you.
yeah,
I think you've had plenty of fights in your life with guys who are significantly bigger than you.
Alan says his program height is 6'10", and he is eye to eye with Campagna. So you know,
6'10" is that's just an insane height to think about. Like looking up to somebody at my height of 6'3" is just I couldn't see it.
it's wild how big those guys. I mean, yeah.
So Brian, one of our friends of the show, his wife played volleyball as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Oh,
it's pretty funny that their household's the best. His wife is the jock and Brian's the nerd because Brian was on band, and his wife plays all the sports. So he said she played basketball and she 5'9". Basketball. There you go. I got it wrong. but she was listed at 6 feet in the program. But yeah, she likes giving him a hard time about, oh, you're my cute little nerd from band.
SIBO.
SIBO.
Gentlemen, good day, Cam. Come back and bowl in the basement again.
Yeah, that was a fun time. He has like a little mini bowling alley. I went there with Simo, and it was a good time.
Oh boy.
I got my butt kicked. They are very good at that. I shot like 80. They shot like 170 or something nuts. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So who started you bowling? Your dad took you. You had no holes in the ball until you were like 9 or 10. Do you just bowl junior leagues like on a Saturday morning?
Yeah, junior leagues, and then I bowled in high school as well. I was good on the house shots. I always threw it hard, so that never.
Did you play high school basketball and all that, or?
No. I didn't play high school. It was the same season as bowling.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'm not going anywhere with basketball, so I might as well just bowl. So.
Yeah, not being on your high school basketball team normally means you're not making the NBA.
Oh yeah. No, I never said I was going to make the NBA. I'm just no. But I'm better than a lot of these
extra mile, just to remind you.
but yeah, until I don't know 14, 15, and then we stopped. Then we played travel baseball until we were like 16. Then we stopped that. So it wasn't anything like that. So we just bowled, and it was. I mean, I was okay. I averaged 230 on the China, but when they were hard, I didn't have a chance. So.
Were you talking about college?
Oh yeah, even in college, but they were never hard in college. So,
well, there was other people that thought they were.
Oh no. I had Stubler. Nathan made them pretty easy for me all the time. So
you guys were a pretty good 1-2 punch there at St. Ambrose. You were a handful, no doubt about that.
Yeah, because we got 3-0'd by Wichita. It seemed like a nice little 1-2 punch.
Well,
when all 5 people have to throw an equal amount,
3, 4, 5 have to also pack more when you get to the Bakers.
Yeah, I guess. But our 3 were our top 3 were pretty good too. It just
they were good, but you were young that year.
Yeah. You guys were a little, better.
They'd already done their panic and told that on TV and kind of got over it.
Yeah. So they were.
That was the difference, really, is a couple of guys that didn't bowl well the year before bowled really good on that show, and your guys, you had some new guys that a couple of them bowled good, but a couple of them did not. And
yeah.
And
I always said, I don't mind losing to that Wichita team. I said, that's one of the 5 best college teams ever. So I'm not really playing about it. If you look,
I don't know that history will say that.
You don't think so?
No. But
wow.
I get what you're saying.
It's okay.
I got to watch them all the time.
You're probably another one of those people who thinks that LeBron's better than Jordan.
He is. Are you what? You don't think so? Okay.
All right.
Okay. He was averaging 25 a game before you were on tour, and he's still averaging 25 a game now.
Yeah, because that's definitely the best way to evaluate.
That's ridiculous.
Ever.
Yeah, that means him and Kareem are on the same path.
And Kareem's the top 5 player ever.
I understand, and so is LeBron.
He just proved a point.
He's just not one.
LeBron's won.
No, I get it. Recency bias.
That's what I said. Best top 5 college team ever. Chris will pick one where they've got like 27 PBA titles between them or whatever, equally spread. Like you're talking about that being the top 5.
Yeah, there was a college team that had Scroggins, McDowell, and Jack Jurek on it. That all guys went on tour. All guys won titles, and most of that Wichita team won't even be on tour.
You don't think? I think 4 of them will get 4 or 5 of them for sure.
Which ones? 2 of them just finished 40th.
Bad week.
I understand.
Bad week.
Still got to get there.
They're going to get there. Spencer's going to get there. Bonson's going to get there. Kep is going to get there. TJ's going to get there. I think so.
Who did you bowl in college with, Chris?
At one time, Healy.
He won the TOC.
Wallachek. And then I bowled with Garber. I also bowled with Tracy Lambert. Not that matters.
I'm just saying you've just got a little bit of recency bias, and then I used the MJ, and I was like kind of certain that you were going to jump on it, and you did.
Oh, LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. I'm from Chicago, and I'm saying LeBron's better than Michael Jordan.
I understand you never saw him play. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I can't say he's the best if I've never seen him play.
Right.
And then I went to go watch.
He's the best you've seen, and that's fair.
He is.
We're all subject to the generation when we grew up playing the game, but
That's fair.
yeah, it's all right.
I mean, it's like
LeBron's
what
a way
you're
better
saying-
passer and team guy.
Yes.
But LeBron could never, I mean, with ball in hand all the time, couldn't dominate the game the same way.
He does. have the
Everyone
ball
knew
in
you were
hand all
going
the
to
time.
shoot, and they still couldn't stop him.
He does have ball in hand all the time. He just makes the right
doesn't
play
matter.
every time.
His passes all the
It's
time.
how you evaluate it, right?
Yeah.
LeBron fans, and this isn't a basketball thing because everybody's getting bored of it, but it's like you've got to like evaluate the best ever. You got to look at their apex.
Okay.
And I understand as a Tom Brady fan that's a little bit against it, but at the same time, like at their apex, LeBron wasn't better than Jordan.
What?
Like the only thing you've got is that LeBron played forever.
Oh my goodness.
That's literally the only thing you've got on your side.
I guess. I don't know.
Like
LeBron is a better facilitator, but Michael was never the point forward. That's what Pippen did.
Exactly. LeBron
he
does
also,
all.
But
he also
Jordan
did-
also played defense.
So does LeBron. LeBron has like 7 all first defense. What are we talking about? What are we saying?
There's only one guy who's a high scorer, MVP, and defensive player of the year.
LeBron got robbed. He got robbed off a guy who made second team all defense the year he won defensive player of the year.
Oh my
What are
god.
we saying?
We've really gone off.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we could get into this basketball talk.
You're blind.
Not now though. We get into it later.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe flop. Paulie, stop it. Stop it.
MJ won 3 titles, retired to the NBA.
Oops,
Did he
sorry.
really retire though? And
No,
still
he
came
got
back and won
kicked out.
3.
He was banned for a year and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
He was gambling and got kicked out for a minute.
Yeah,
But
my thing was he was banned for actually 2 or 3 years, but the ratings were so bad they say, all right, you can come back now.
that's right. I remember that time when LeBron saved the league.
He did. What for the last 15 years? Go look at the ratings when LeBron's not playing. Go look at him.
I can't remember the time I watched him play. Any goals or expectations for the 25 season?
Compete. Go out there. I'm not the do the best that I can guy. I want to win. Like I'm not going out there to have fun. I'm not going out there to do none of that. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to be as good as anyone you think your favorite bowler, whoever that is. So, I mean, it's gonna be fun. I know there's a learning curve. I know it's gonna be difficult, but I always set high, lofty expectations for myself. In order to be at this level, you can't just go out there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna compete." No, you're there to win, and that's what I'm there for. So, win as much as possible. That's
Good
my goal.
good life lessons.
Now back
I mean, I
to
think we
LeBron
generally feel like
conversation.
you got to be better at everything or be better at something
Yeah,
than the other guys on the side. So on your side of the lane, because first of all, you have to be able to beat the other left-handers.
yeah.
Then you have to beat what do you do better than the other guys? I know it's a little unfair because you haven't been on tour with
Yeah, I
at
don't.
least some of them.
I feel like my power is my advantage. When they're hooking a little bit more, when you give me a little bit of friction, I feel like I'm tough to beat. I feel like if I see my ball hit the 1-3 or 1-2, and it gets a 7 out, I feel like I can strike for
I
a
was
little
about
bit.
to say, if you see your ball go Brooklyn, you know you go.
1-2. I meant to say the 1-2. The 1-2. I feel like I'm a tough cat to beat. You know, I feel like when compared to the other lefties, I feel like I'm not scared to move. Who do I want to beat on my first show? Ryan, of course.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Nah, he beat my man Stugler. I got to get my get back for him. And I got to get my get back for Wichita and Ambrose. So anybody who went to Wichita State University, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you should. beat one of them once, and then see if you can grow it from there.
Yeah.
And you got to get back for Spencer as well, because didn't he beat you too?
Oh yeah. That was at a GI. Yeah, we'll see him next year. Don't worry about it. How much mental game? No, none. Excuse me. What did I say wrong, Patrick? What did I say?
I think he was talking about your.
Yeah, there's another guy you can't beat at basketball.
I wouldn't say
Easy.
that.
I think Packy's was the I'm not afraid to move like the other lefties. I think may well have been what pushed.
Oh, was he hurt by that? Oh, I'm sorry. Packy, you know what I think you hurt.
Topic.
I'm saying comparative to maybe not you. You're the best lefty in the world. That's different. And I really do think that. I'm not saying that because he's here. I've always said Packy's the best left-hander in the world for the last 12 months.
I was about to say, if you've always said it, you've been wrong for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. No, not always. But
I mean, there might be a time at which he is.
Oh, got it out for the Wichita boys. Yeah. Screw you guys.
Who's most likely to be invited to the Labor Day cookout, Stu or Chris?
Neither. No, I'm kidding. Chris. I don't know. Chris hoops. So Chris, we could talk ball all day. We can talk ball all day.
That's fine. I mean, that's the way you want to do it. That's fine.
Dude, don't be hurt.
I mean, I might bring better things with me.
Oh no! What are you bringing? What side dish are you bringing to the cookout?
Side dish. See, the problem is that I host a lot, so I think Chris does as well. So we don't do side dishes.
So, do you make any side dishes? What do you guys want at you guys' cookout?
See, I'm a bad guy for cook. I don't really like smoked stuff. I'm not really a barbecue guy. So.
Oh, then why are we
grill guy? Yes, barbecue.
That's why I'm coming.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
need it on the grill.
So
that's fine. We're good. It's fine. I see how it is. I've got
so you're more than
you gained another enemy today, Crowe.
What do you mean? Stu, you didn't like me before this.
I didn't like you. Well, you give me reason now. Just I would get my phone and put you on the list, but I'm using my phone for the camera, so I just you're just make note you're on the list.
This is what Stu would bring: fish and chips.
I thought no, that's crazy.
Stu is British, so whatever food is bland and flavorless.
Oh, come on.
Oh dear.
Stu, you don't have good food? You don't have good eats at your barbecue?
We have plenty of good food in England.
They just hide it from everyone.
We also
who
have
visits
significantly less obesity in England. I'm blaming America for why I am who I am.
I get it.
I was only overweight when I come now, significantly overweight. Figgy pudding.
Good. Shout out. Mike. We can start a Stu Hates Us fan club.
Mike, I don't hate you. I just beat you like a rented mule.
Who's gonna win ROI?
Whoever bowls the best.
Oh God.
I'm PR trained. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Hopefully me. Why would I not say me? I mean, there's worthy candidates, obviously. Ryan. Is Chase Nadeau a rookie?
He's going to be a rookie. Yeah, he hasn't had a start before now. The four guys that were you two, Chase, and Hayden.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to be a race. I mean, all of us, when we have it, we feel like we can win. So it's just a matter of who matches up the most or who's got the most dog in him. That's pretty much it.
Ryan will be a rookie because he didn't even have his card for that one. You have to have a minimum number of tournaments to qualify.
Yeah, he might.
Boog's rookie year officially, I think, was either last year, might have been the year before, actually.
because
Okay.
he wasn't on the rookie of the year ballot this year. So
Yeah, so he had,
um,
which I'd like to see that changed a little bit. If you have to get into an X amount of tournaments proper before you qualify as a rookie.
Yeah,
But,
I
you know.
agree. Yeah, because Boog never won Rookie of the Year.
No, it's part of the reason why there's very few rookie of the year, player of the year deals, because you end up classifying in a year where you didn't really get to bowl very much.
That's crazy.
And
I just think that the thing I hope for you and all the rookie clash is that somebody earns my vote, because most years I don't vote for rookie of the year because I think that the options I have all bowled so average that they shouldn't get an award.
That's fair.
Like, I think that there should genuinely be a thing that says nobody qualifies, because the thing is like Rash and Bill O'Neill both came out the same year. I think Rash won at least once and didn't win. I think Bill won Rookie of the Year that year rather than him, but either way, it's just like when you compare that to some of the people who won, like Cam Doyle won it and he barely made a cut.
yeah, well,
And it wasn't Cam's
different
fault.
stuff. It just was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't cash very much. It was just a tough year.
And I'm only using that because that's what I remember just recently. But I mean, it's just like, for example, the last two rookies of the year. Did Nate Purchase just win Rookie of the Year last year?
I think he's gonna win. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win this year.
So he's going to win. And the previous Rookie of the Year was Cortez, and they were both bowling the tour trials.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it's just, and that's not to have any go at them. It's not their fault. I just think that, like, at that point, I just think we should have a blank year.
So what do you think the requirement should be in order to
I think the requirement should be that you at least qualify for the exempt number.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm voting for 4 guys who didn't even make the top 40, it's like, why are you getting an award for that?
Well, and I believe that just because you enter PTQs, I don't think that should qualify as a.
Yeah.
I mean, until you bowl half the season, basically, in the tournaments,
Yeah.
then it's not a rookie year, because you really haven't been able. You had no opportunity to prove yourself and really do anything. So, and maybe over 2 years, then you have to. Then maybe you could do something where, hey, you entered this many tournaments or whatever. But, yeah.
I mean, it just like that's my point. I feel like there should be a. I think there should be a bare minimum. Here he is, Possum. What's going on, Woj?
Woj, you panicking yet? The whole week of trials, when I was not bowling the greatest, I always ask him, say, "Are you panicking yet? Are we hitting the panic button?" He said, "Nope, still got games left." So kept my sanity for the entire time. So shout out Wojner for that. And I'm trying to convince his wife to bowl a tournament with me, but she's too good to bowl with me. So
there's some historical. Santu won 22, which he did plenty. Russo won a tournament in 21.
I don't know what Holloman's year was like.
You what?
I don't know what Holloman's year was like.
Holloman made the Masters show that year. He lost to Butters.
Yeah.
I think that basically was probably what set him apart.
Yeah.
Doyle's year was fairly, I don't think he would call it a success. And
Sanders won. Lavoie won the US Open. Jesper won. Marshall Kent. Yeah. I mean, I just think that there should be a Woj says lies.
Oh. I bet a shocker wins Rookie of the Year.
I doubt it.
So we'll wrap up in just one moment. Somebody said, who's your pick for next year's Player of the Year? There it is, Mark. He says Tackett's going to win 2024 Player of the Year. Who's going to be 2025 Player of the Year? Somebody says, Adam says it's pretty tight. It isn't pretty tight. EJ's ahead by miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, didn't he make like 5 or 6 straight shows?
Yeah,
ridiculous?
like EJ just never bowls bad. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ever.
Him and Simo don't miss much.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah. So 2025 player of the year.
Do you have a bold prediction? Obviously, we're gonna say the Simos, the EJs, the Belmos. Do you have someone like little sneaky player of the year pick?
No.
No.
I mean, it depends. It depends what the lane guy feels like, because at the same time, like, you know,
unless we have a pretty different lane philosophy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see things.
I don't know.
I mean, outside of those three, I think the only person who could win would be a left-hander.
I was gonna say lefty.
Like it's four, really. It's really four, because it's Troop, Simo, EJ, and Belmo. Outside of those four, I think the only other person who could win is a left-hander. That's
sure. Right now, you know, Packy and Jesper have separated from the rest. Jacob has had a setback year. We'll see if that recovers.
But
so
I was gonna say Packy. Like if the left's good, he has a chance. Always. So
I feel like you're being quite disrespectful to Jesper here.
Jesper's incredible. Jesper's incredible.
Packy, my dog.
Oh, Jesper's incredible.
See, now you've started saying that Packy's one of the best. Packy thinks that you've got really good points. 5 minutes ago, Packy thought you were a moron because you were saying you were going after all of the Wichita guys.
Oh, I still am. That has
just jumping from one side of the fence to the other. Larry Wang, what we got? He says, "Morning, Beef and Barnes. He just tuned in. Sorry if I was already, if it was asked already. So with Ryan on the tour now, who gets to use Barnesy?"
To be fair, it was his to start with.
Was it?
Yeah, when we started this thing, that was his high school basketball. That's what all the guys called him.
Oh, so you just stole it?
But he didn't bowl, so I'm like, doesn't matter. I'll just steal it.
No, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm really like Barnesy 0.50. I don't know, you know.
I guess 0.50.
I won't ever have Barnesy on my jersey or anything. Yeah, that's
even if you guys bowl the Roth homie, you don't want to put Barnesy in Barnesy 2.0 or Barnesy Jr.
You'll probably get a better partner than me pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to steal him from you, but it sounds like it's not happening.
No, Ryan's trying to catch up on the on all the tournaments that he could have bowled if Ryan had have actually bowled for his whole life rather than just, you know, taking it up because he was too short to play basketball.
Somebody says, I think Belmo figures out his TV woes and has a comeback here.
Oh, he's always up for it. But
TV woes thing is pretty.
I just think that Belmo wasn't that healthy this year, so we'll see.
Didn't he finish like third or fourth in points?
Oh yeah. At the beginning of the year, he wasn't healthy for sure.
Oh.
He didn't say anything about it, but you could see it. By the end of the year, he's probably okay, but you're bowling through injury actively. It's tough.
Yeah, that's true. But the fact that he just beat everybody except EJ and Simo, even through injury, is quite insane.
The man knows how to bowl. There's no two ways around that. So,
all right. Well, thanks, Cam. We've had a chat. We've realized that you're still a know nothing Gen Z LeBron loving.
Here we go. Here we go. You still haven't mentioned one thing you're going to bring to the cookout. I don't want to hear it.
I was about to say, you say that you're going out and all you're interested in is winning, and then you pick the King of Choke to be your hero. So, I mean,
wow,
it's a little rough.
This dude had such a layup too for the cookout. You know, being his English, all he had to do is baked beans. You know,
that's all he had to say. That's literally all he had to say.
It's the one thing they're good at. They eat it for breakfast. They eat it for
lunch, dinner,
and we don't even make it the way you guys make it.
No, they don't. It doesn't taste that good.
It's got like it's like a more like I don't actually. Yeah, look, Simo, my man.
With the no comment.
I'm repping the Simo merch.
Is that Simo's merch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simo, send me a shirt. What are we talking about?
Cliff Barnes. Call him.
Stu's bringing Popeyes.
That's nuts.
I am way too white to have ever eaten Popeyes.
That is nuts.
I've had a lot of Popeyes.
Come on now. See, and this is why we invited you, Chris. You already know what's happening.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with all of these things.
He's coming to beat my head in tomorrow night. I'm already expecting it. He's coming in on a vengeance path.
Can't make the Beef and Barnesy show quicker than AJ did.
This is my second time on it.
Well, no, we wouldn't allow AJ on until he'd won a title. And then when he won a title, we only allowed him on for half the show because it wasn't a real title. So, yeah.
People wait 40 minutes. Terrible service. Then just telling you they had a chicken. That's so true.
It is the worst service.
That is true.
Yeah.
Next time you come to Chicago, I got to take you to this place called Harold's. Now,
yeah. You got a good one?
Man. Best chicken spot in America. Can't tell me different.
All right. That's a better take than LeBron. So.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right. Anybody you want to thank?
Thank you to everybody that's out there supporting me. Just looking through these comments, it seems like my support system is bigger than I thought. So that means a lot to me. Thank you to you guys for bringing me on the show. I'll see you guys in less than 48 hours, hopefully beating you guys.
Yeah, you can hope.
Thank you to Hope and Dream, and then make it a reality. So thank you to Hammer. Thank you to Striking Spirit 2 out in Lockport. Thank you to my family, parents, friends, family, supporters. Love y'all. That's about it.
I got to talk to your mom and dad a little bit. They were nice people.
Yeah, they're big fans.
Your mom was way nicer than you said she was. So.
Oh, that's because she has to fake it for y'all. I'm telling you. That's different. Y'all don't hear how she talked to me.
Well, I have a feeling you deserved a little bit of it.
A lot of it.
Just saying.
A lot of it.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not sure what the plan is next week. I will be in Korea, so depending on how times align and all that, I may or may not be here. If not,
he probably won't be. Let's be honest. He probably won't be.
It's like 13 hours difference. So
we're going to go back to the beef show. Not the beef and Barnesy show, just the beef show.
Just the beef show.
Yeah.
We will on Tuesday. We will probably be chatting about stuff. Check out Storms tonight. They've got an announcement, and you know what that means when they have an announcement. So be happy. We probably got more new balls coming. So, and who doesn't like balls? This guy loves balls. So we will see you guys on
it's funnier than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I got to keep people coming back. And like somebody said that your goal should be to make the Stu rant about two-handers. So
oh yeah, I've already made that. That means I must be bowling good.
No, you haven't made the Stu rant because you haven't changed anything to suddenly start winning everything.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Rush says that you should clip me saying I love balls.
You should. And then you should clip it saying all black balls roll the same.
No, they look the same.
Back to back. They look the same. Back to back.
All black balls look the same. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been fun. Come on, Chris, do your job.
All right. So, well, until next time, gentlemen, thanks for joining us, Cam. And for those of you out there, please support the sponsors to support us. Storm, Rotogrip, Niner Global, Kuwait, Bowlers Mart, Fire Lake Bowling Center, Lightning Strikes, and Platinum Forward. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless.
See you guys later. Thank you.